Muslim leaders here in Metro Detroit say they have seen a dramatic increase in the number of threats toward their community.
Religious leaders held a news conference today outside of the Dearborn Police Department to address some of those safety concerns.
That's where we find Gino Vici, who has more on their message to elected leaders and to law enforcement.
Well, leaders in the Muslim community say this meeting was prompted by several things, including a rise in anti-Islamic rhetoric, as well as a rise in threats against the Muslim community, and capped off by the recent arrest of a Farmington Hills man who threatened to kill Palestinians online.
We know that dehumanization has a linkage to violence.
Muslim leaders held a meeting outside Dearborn PD today to talk about threats of violence against their community and why they think it's happening.
It starts off with dehumanizing a group of people, and then it opens them up to a mob-like mentality of people to target, such as the 41-year-old in Farmington Hills.
Imam Dawood Walid with the Council on American Islamic Relations, or CAIR, is talking about this man, 41-year-old David Mintz, who was recently arrested and charged with making a threat of terrorism online by saying he would hunt down Palestinians and kill them.
If they're going to talk about innocent people being killed, it just can't be one side.
Walid says he believes there has been very little attempts to differentiate between Hamas, who carried out the terror attack on Israelis in Gaza, and the innocent Palestinians living there. And Imam Imran Salha says politicians are to blame, at least in part, for the rise in threats to Muslims and potentially even worse.
And I also hold elected officials responsible who are propagating unverified news about beheaded babies and rape. This is ruining the image of innocent people who have nothing to do with this, and this is not true.
Salha pointed out that even President Biden has repeated the unverified claims that Israeli children were beheaded and women were raped by Hamas. The White House has since walked back those claims, but Salha believes this is what's leading to hatred and violence towards Muslims, with one Palestinian boy being stabbed and killed in Chicago.
Wadi' al-Fayoumi, 6 years old, who was murdered in Chicago.
Back here at home, in light of the threats of violence and the recent local arrest of David Mintz, Walid agrees elected officials need to do better at acknowledging there are innocent civilians on both sides.
So we just ask that the rhetoric not only is toned down, but to stop the dehumanization of Palestinians, of Arabs, and Muslims.
Bond for Mintz has been set at $500,000 cash. He's due back in court next month. In Dearborn, Gino Vici, CBS News, Detroit.